You just have to start if you want to learn how to do something. There are too many people out there who are so focused on how to do something that they never start. The reality is, you never know fully how to do something. Like, for example, right here, I'm doing Coach's Corner. When I first started doing live on YouTube, I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I was actually doing it. I was learning how to read the chat while I was live. And you know what? It was clunky, it was embarrassing, but that's okay. That's part of real life. If you're too focused on having everything perfect before you start anything, you're never going to start anything. And that's the truth. Too many people are afraid to begin something. So today, I want to challenge you guys. What is something that you really want to do, but you're so afraid, like, well, how do I do that? And why don't you just start it? Just take one step towards it. You know, like for example, so I'm going to put it out there right now. The challenge for me today is to learn Photoshop. I want to I want to post my own Instagram post, and my assistant has been doing it. So I really want to learn Photoshop. Do I know Photoshop? No. Am I technologically savvy? No, I am not at all. But today, I'm going to start, and I'm going to just learn by doing, and I will document it on my Instagram story so you guys can see how it goes. And I'm sure it will be fine. It's not going to be some catastrophic fail, or maybe it will be. I don't know, and that's okay too, right? And that's a thing. I have so many clients coming to me. They want to start businesses. They want to start coaching. Like, I have a lot of people who want to become life coaches and business consultants who have tons of knowledge and wisdom, but they don't know where to begin. I always say, well, find yourself one client that is willing to work with you, and you just coach them. First, find out if you actually even like it. And secondly, you don't need to have a full on framework before you actually start something, because when you have everything planned and everything is so organized and it's rigid, and when you meet the person for the first time, or it doesn't have to be a coaching client, it could be a customer in general, you're going to be kind of off base with them. You're not going to actually know what it is that they want. It's only when you're working with a customer you're going to find out what are the pain points, what are certain things that you need to adjust, and that's how you do it. So if you knew all the hows, and if you knew all the method and everything else, and you had a framework, and have a product that's perfectly planned, and you soaked a lot of money and effort into it and time into it, and you present it in front of the customer, you may be completely off base, and you have invested all this time and effort and energy in perfecting something that needs to be adjusted anyway. So might as well just start and adjust as you go along. Because the reality is, if you've been thinking about doing something, you already have enough time and effort and wisdom and knowledge to just begin. And then you learn as you go along. Right. So at this point, I'm going to go onto chat to see what you guys have got. See if you guys have any comments or questions. Oh, we got Tommy T in the house. We got Juan. Nice to see you as well. What are some of the things that you guys are doing today, or is something that you want to start but you haven't because you don't know the how, but you want to actually start today? Write it in the comments or questions below. If you guys have any questions for me as well, please let me know. Please. Okay, so a couple of updates before just as I wait for you guys to do the comments. We are moving out of this house for the next 3 days. So I'm probably going to do Instagram lives unless I figure out how to do YouTube lives on my phone. I'm going to be using my phone data for a lot of the things. I'll be posting stories and all of that, but I'm not going to be able to work on my laptop for the next 3 days. So if you guys need to get a hold of me, go on Instagram, and I'm probably going to do Instagram lives there for Coach's Corner. hmm hmm Yeah, it's just part of it, right? We got here, we found a beautiful Airbnb, but it's booked for 3 days. So we're going to be moving out and moving into a hotel. But once all that is said and done, we're going to be here till January. So no interruptions, except for when I go to Toronto for a bit. but no interruptions. Everything is settled for the next 4 months for us. So business as usual. That's how it's going to be with a great internet. If you guys have good internet, don't take it for granted because it took us a lot of searching to actually find good internet, and we finally found it. So we're going to stay here, and the people here are really nice. So we're going to be settled. This will be our home till January, except for the next 3 days. We're going to be in a hotel, but this is our home. Okay, let's see what you guys have got here. Nice. Okay, so Tommy T is saying, I'm putting together a video for my coaching business. Amazing. So that's a thing here. Tommy T is a perfect example of someone who is learning by doing. He wanted to be a coach, and he had tons of knowledge. In coaching, he has done a lot of personal development work himself, and he has already had so much to give. And it's not, it's great to have the knowledge and the wisdom and the theory behind you, which is amazing. But there's also a lot of other people who also have a lot of knowledge and wisdom. I think what really sets you apart and sets you apart in any kind of business is your heart, is how much you care about it. And Tommy is such a good example of someone who really cares. It's more about the why behind what you do. I mean, if you follow Tommy T on his Instagram, you'll see what kind of person he is. He really cares, and he's such a kind soul, and he cares about his clients. He cares about helping people, and that's why he's doing it. So, yes, the knowledge and the wisdom is very important. However, it's the reason why behind it, which is going to make you different from everybody else. It's going to make you want to continue on even when times are tough. I'm a coach myself, and and life coaching, I guess I'm going to call myself a life coach. I don't label myself as anything, but life coaching is really, it can get really tough. It's a very fulfilling job because you get to see people grow, but you also go into very deep, dark places with people. And one of the main things that you have to be is you have to be empathetic towards your clients. And sometimes you do inherit some of those dark thoughts and dark places, and you're so heavily invested. So it can get very difficult. So your reason behind it, why, and your love and passion for it is what's going to really not only set you apart, but it's going to keep you going when things get really tough. And I've had some tough moments. Let me just tell you that I didn't even know how to handle, but you figure it out because of the love that you have for your business and the kind of work that you do. Let's see. I'm gonna go back and see what you guys have got. All right. So we got Latrenda, fellow Coach LG. Latrenda, I think can you tell the people what kind of coaching you do? I believe it's relationship coaching, and you are also doing your podcast as well, which I'm going to be doing on Friday with you. hmm Gabrielle Angel Lily saying hi, and the fellow coaches, entrepreneurs, and consultants, and beautiful humans. I know every single human being is so beautiful, in our own little way, um, and it's important to see that. I think seeing the beauty in other people starts from seeing the beauty in us. Yeah, that's what I've noticed a lot. Um, I'm coming across more beautiful human beings is because I really accept myself for who I am and the beauty that I have within me. Not so much the physical beauty, but more to do with the internal beauty, and it's really in the eyes. So thank you, Angel. Hope everything is going well with you. I think you are in New Mexico. I think you're in the States. All right, guys. Okay, so today, what I want to challenge all of you guys to do today is find out one thing. It doesn't have to be a big, huge thing. And just write down what is something that you want to start today, that you've been putting off for a while because you've been so concerned about the method behind it. So for me, as I said earlier, is learning Photoshop, and that's what I'm going to be doing. And you guys do something too. It doesn't have to be something that will take you hours upon hours and upon hours to do. Maybe something that will take you 10 minutes, right? Um, Everything, all of the stuff that we do, it doesn't have to take a long time. The idea behind it is to build the momentum to start doing something towards the life that you really want. All right, guys, I am going to get going. Oh, so Latrenda is saying that relationships and transformational coaching. Beautiful. Um, so if you guys want to follow Latrenda and the wonderful work that she does, is she's on Instagram as well. And um, I think we could find your podcast on the Instagram, I believe, right, Latrenda? Write in the comments, and then we could follow along as well. And we got Angel, yes, smiles from New Mexico, taking imperfect action every day. Oh, this is so nice. It is so true. And Gabrielle, Angel Lily, is on Instagram as well, and she's documenting her fitness journey. So there's always like different pictures of herself doing very inspiring exercises. And hot damn, woman, you are flexible. Let's just say that. Good for you. And obviously, that kind of flexibility comes with consistent stretching over time. So I think that's what you're talking about, taking imperfect action every day. I love it. Okay, I love that. All right, so Latrenda is saying, yes, looking forward to an awakened, it's called the Awakened Legend podcast. So you guys look it up. Latrenda is amazing. She's also a really good friend of mine. So look her up. You guys are all amazing. Every single person, the School of Rock Stars, you're amazing. You're doing great work there. Juan Santiago, I thank you. Welcome. Welcome to the live stream here. Thank you so much for being here. And as you will see, as time goes on, we have the same people showing up on live stream over and over again, and they have all formed a little community on their own. And it makes me so happy. One of the things that I really wanted to do in life, and it's kind of a mission of mine, is to build tribes around the world. Online is starting already, and because I think it's important. I think it's important for you to be around people who are not only like-minded but like-hearted, people who will who will challenge certain ideas that you have. They don't have to think exactly like you, but the heart needs to be there. The core is still the same. You still hold the same core values, and your mission is the same. You're about the same thing. And yes, you could challenge each other, but it's important to have your heart needs to be in at the same place in order for you to co-create. So that's one of the things I really wanted to do. Okay, so there's more questions coming up. School of Rockstars said, I'm postponing things from a couple of weeks. I'm not liking it. I want to get back into it. So you know what? The School of Rockstar, RJ, just go. Just do it, you know? And again, guys, it doesn't have to be this big, massive thing. I think what happens is we're like, oh my God, it's going to take me like 8 hours. Like, I'm guilty of that too. I have been postponing learning, not Instagram. I've been postponing to do Photoshop for a while because in my little head, I'm thinking that it's going to take me hours upon hours to do. Doesn't have to. Maybe it will. I don't know. But the first step that I could do is download Photoshop on my computer. Maybe that's the first thing I do, right? So there you go. So just start today. Start very small. Just take a couple of minutes and just do it today. All right, cool. So we got Latrenda saying, okay, Latrenda is on Apple Podcast and Google Podcast. Wonderful. And that's it. All right, guys, have an amazing day. And my Wi-Fi situation might be kind of strange for the next couple of days. So I'm probably going to go live on Instagram for the next 3 days at the same time. And then after that, it's business as usual until I leave for Toronto for a couple of days. No, I'll be in Toronto probably for a week or so. And then when I'm back here, everything is back to normal. Everything is going to be balanced. I'm going to be settled, and I don't have to worry about internet and weird shit happening. So it's going to be all good. All right, guys, have an amazing day, and I will see you guys tomorrow on Instagram live on Coach's Corner. Bye, guys.